Hi everybody, it's Lorraine here from Feel Good Therapies and Connected Kids as well. I've returned from my travels. I had a nice little holiday and teaching the Krona Reiki in Italy. So I had a very interesting time there and just thought I would come back and do a little video blog for you guys. I hope you've been trying the video blogs from the last couple of weeks whilst I've been away for the throat chakra and the brow chakra. And you maybe have seen on our website, feelgood-therapies.com, that we have a number of video blogs that you can go back to try the different meditation tasters. Because I'm a great believer that if you just try different meditation techniques, it can really help open your mind to the different ways you can incorporate meditation into your life. And that's kind of what I specialise in, is teaching meditation. I do teach other things, of course, like Reiki. And we have other courses that we offer through other teachers that we think are great. But meditation is really my passion, because you can take it with you wherever you go, whatever you're doing, whoever you're with. And if you learn to do it, it can make a huge difference to how you feel about yourself, how you cope with things mentally and emotionally and physically. And it can just be a really great life skill. So that's why I really encourage people to learn it, and also to teach their kids and teenagers it too. So all that information about the courses or anything else we do, you can find on feelgood-therapies.com or teachchildrenmeditation.com, depending on which one you're interested in. So today we're going to do a short meditation taster with the crown chakra. Now, the crown chakra is an energy centre at the top of your crown, which is why it's called that. And it's, for me, the one that holds all the information that links into what I call the bigger picture. So it's really how you perceive the bigger picture of life, whether you are an atheist, whether you are agnostic, whether you are very spiritually aware, or whether you see yourself as belonging to a particular religion. All that kind of information is held, if you like, in the crown chakra. So when you're perceiving life, you might have a relationship with the universe or big picture that life is against you. Then that's the kind of filter that you will use to interpret life around you. Maybe you will have a view of life as being quite a positive place, and even the difficult things in your life, you've managed to learn lessons from that, and it's made you stronger or wiser. Even if it's been a challenge with work or home or health, or perhaps relationships or friendships. All those aspects of your life, you've come out of it the other side, so to speak, and you've managed to reflect on that and see how maybe you contributed to the situation and how this situation has happened. So that kind of reflection and perspective comes through the crown chakra. So when we sit to meditate, what we're doing is we're tapping into what I call the bigger picture, regardless of whatever path or view we have of the big picture at this moment in time. But we're giving ourselves an opportunity to just see things from a different perspective and a different view from the one that we hold through all our perceptions and all our experiences as the person that we were born to be. So I find that when I meditate with the crown chakra, it can be a really good way of just gaining a different viewpoint, a different idea, sometimes a solution to a problem, or sometimes just having more peace with a particular situation that bothers me. And I'm a human being like you guys, so I get bothered by things just as much as anyone else. But I like working with meditation this way, because it means that I seem to process what I feel about something, what I think about something, in a more peaceful way, a more accepting way. And it means I don't really have to carry it around with me anymore. And it usually means I don't have to attract the same lesson to myself through different people or different situations. That kind of recurring patterns you have in your life, and you think, why me? Why does this keep happening to me? It tends to be because you've maybe not taken the time to sit down and just reflect on perhaps how you're bringing this into your life. And this can be particularly true if we think about drama, because some of us are really addicted to drama. Some of us feel that from the early outset, drama was introduced to our lives, so we just keep repeating the same forms of drama in our life because that's what we think it takes to be alive and to be a human being. And in fact, it's not necessary to have that in your life all the time. There's still going to be challenges, but how we cope with them and how we deal with them can really change. So I'm just going to give you a short meditation taster of how you might want to work with the crown chakra. Every time you sit and meditate, you're basically engaging the crown chakra, even if you're not consciously aware of it. But we'll maybe bring that in with a little bit more consciousness this time. So for you, if you've never meditated before, remember it's important to not be disturbed. It's important to put a wee sign up or something that says, please do not disturb for the next few minutes. Switch off your phones and emails and everything else that you can. And then just come into your breath. And close your eyes if you can. If you can't, just find a way to gently focus on something around you that doesn't require you to stare at it, but just helps you relax your eyes. And then try and make sure your feet are on the ground so that you feel grounded and supported. So you may find that you're seated on something, you need to lower the chair, put something under your feet, or you could sit on the floor and cross-legged if you want to. So with your eyes closed and just coming into your breath, I just want you to pay attention to how the breath moves in and out of your body. So we do this by just noticing the rise and fall of our chest with each breath. We might even invite the breath a little bit deeper into our tummy. And notice how there's a gentle movement in our tummy if we allow the breath that deeply down. Don't force it. Just see if you can invite it down into your body. You might notice how fast your breath is or how shallow, or maybe you'll notice your breath change as you start to pay attention to it. And the breath is an anchor in meditation, so it's really good to bring your attention back to again and again. If you find it really uncomfortable to focus on the breath because of any breathing problems, then place your hand on your chest or your tummy and just pay attention to that movement. So not thinking about the breath, just paying attention to the movement instead. And then I want you to just imagine, you can use the image of the sun or the moon, whatever you choose, that there's a really big ball of light above your head. And I want you to imagine that this contains all the information everywhere in the universe. It's as if each particle of light is a little bite of information, a bit of information. And it's all held in this beautiful ball of light. And then I want you to imagine that there's a strand of light that comes down and it touches the top of your head, your crown chakra. And as it reaches your crown chakra, it seems to spread out around the top of your head. So it's as if the whole of your head starts to fill up with this really nice light, which starts to shine with this nice light. And if you think it feels a little bit tense or tight, then just come back to your breath. Now, if you have any aches or pains in your body or difficulties with your body, you can imagine that strand of light going from your crown into that part of your body. Or if there's a problem that you have just now with somebody or a situation, imagine that as that strand of light comes into your crown, it can travel out through your breath and it can surround that person, it can surround the situation, or you can take it into your imagination and surround the images that come into your mind about that situation. Or maybe the feelings you have in your body about that situation. Just taking that light to whatever it is that's bothering you, whatever you need an answer to just now. And then I want you to imagine that as this light starts to surround that part of your body or surrounds that situation, it moves in a figure of 8. So it moves around the situation or the part of your body, and then it moves back towards you. So around and then back towards you in that figure of 8. And you're not seeking answers, you're not trying to find out what the answer is. You've just set your intention that you would like a little bit help with the situation. And it maybe comes through in the form of a word or a feeling or a thought or an image. It may even come later after the meditation, but you just set your intention just now. Just aware of that light surrounding the situation or the person or the part of your body. Just trying to get a little bit of clarity and perspective on that situation. And just being curious about what you start to observe. Not with any judgment, just a gentle curiosity. Not attaching your thoughts to it and running away with it in your mind. Just noticing it and then coming back to the breath and the light and doing the figure of 8 again. Just taking that strand of light that's coming through your crown and taking it to whatever it is that bothers you in this moment in time. Every time your mind gets a little bit distracted, you just acknowledge that, come back to the breath and start again. And if something comes up in your awareness that you don't understand, you just set a secondary intention that you are given some help to understand why you see or feel or experience what you do in your meditation. You just set an intention for that, inviting an answer into your meditation. Just focusing on your breath and that light and the figure of 8. And then perhaps you just want to ask for maybe some information or some advice on what you can do about this, about what you've learned. Is there any positive next step you can take? And remember that our intuition speaks to us with a gentle inner voice. If anything comes across as very strong or fearful, that's never your intuition, that's your ego. So just sit tuning into your own gentle inner voice that speaks to you. And be aware of the words that come in or the feelings that come in. And then whatever you've noticed or experienced, I just like to say mentally, thank you. Not thanking anything outside of me, I'm thanking myself for sitting in meditation, for tapping into that vast universal knowledge that's available to everybody really through meditation. And then just letting go of the image of the figure of 8, of the situation, just letting all go like I let go of my breath. And then just coming back towards the rise and fall of the chest or the tummy. And then just bringing yourself back into wiggling your fingers and toes. And then for a moment just imagine that there's really strong strands of light coming from the soles of your feet down to the ground. like roots coming down, just like a tree would have, into the ground. And just do that for a few breaths, just imagining and feeling and sensing that, just to help ground your energy again. Because when we work with the crown chakra, we can sometimes feel a little bit ungrounded, so we just want to make sure we're grounded again, back in this world. So once you're ready, if you've wiggled your fingers and toes and you've done all that, just gently open your eyes. See how you feel. And you can perhaps take a moment just to write down anything that you notice. I quite like to keep a journal actually, just a book, a notebook, and I write down just a few ideas or thoughts that come through my meditation. Not for me to study or reread, just so that I've got them in a reference, almost like I've acknowledged the existence of those by writing them down rather than just letting it all circulate around in my head. It seems to help things manifest if I want a solution or an answer. And sometimes when I write things down, things become clearer and I notice more things come through that I didn't notice in the meditation, so that can be quite useful. So that's just a little taster of what it's like with the crown chakra. If you want to try any deeper meditations, I have a number of CDs and MP3s that you can access through our website. Or I do once a month, I do an online meditation. It's a live one like this, but I do record it so you can listen into it afterwards as well. So if you want to do that, just go to our website, feelgood-therapies.com, look for the meditation link and you can join me. Or we do have a group meditation class. This one is full for April, but we've got other ones coming up later in the year. And I also do an online meditation course for people who are brand new to meditation, so you might want to think about that. So thank you very much for joining me. If you've got any questions, please drop me an email. I usually answer within a couple of days. I'm travelling a lot at the moment, so it's a little bit busy, but I will get back to you at some point with either signposting you to somebody I know or giving you an answer. But thank you very much for joining me on this. I'll think of a new topic for next week in terms of meditation practice. But in the meantime, have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye for now.